for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh!
There was less Scream today because I was
Yeah.
basically out of it totally, completely.
Maybe
I'd
that's a
had
good
to-
thing.
Yeah, I think so. I don't mind that when I have hibernation days.
Yeah. Woke up this morning and the first thing I turned, first I turned on Betty Boop, and then, shit. What did I turn on?
It just had Rugrats and
Yeah,
Wild
I
Thornberries, some
ended
kind of
up
movie.
watching the Rugrats Gone Wild or something like that. That's what it was, and it was the Rugrats crossover between the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, I was sitting over here watching my normal morning stuff with headphones on, which I didn't mind.
And then I put on Labyrinth.
Yes. And because it was just one of those days, just like I said, anytime I have to take meclizine, the next day I'm just wiped out. Plus, this full moon energy is where it's keying up some people. It used to key me up, which was fine. But now it's just like whatever is going on, it's just wiped out totally, completely. Just like.
Yeah, at this point, I feel wiped out today.
Yeah. Well, he's been busy. He's been cleaning very much, and he's been very busy.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, with the, we've been on this for a long time, and there are other people that wish that these people that make movies would go back and make movies that people actually want to see. Mm-hmm. And a genre that I have always loved, dark fantasy. Mm-hmm. That's what it's called. It used to be just fantasy. I don't know why they call it dark fantasy.
So that's I guess Gen Alpha or Gen Z's thing. The classification of it
Is that what it is? That's why they keep
dark
changing
fantasy.
lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe it's the tisms.
But also there was dark fantasy, you know. There was a dark element to it, but it wasn't like the bad type of dark.
No, I mean, like I said, some of this when they're Dark Crystal, according to Google search, is dark fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very much a classification. Yeah,
and
it
so
very much goes into that genre.
So to go back and explore some of these things, which were wonderful, you know, Excalibur. I loved Excalibur. Mm-hmm. And this is from the 80s.
Well, you know what? The dark fantasy thing. I mean, when you think of fantasy, but when people just talk about fantasy, they think of something that is very light, fluffy, like Disney.
Okay, well, that's what it is.
Disneyfied or something else that is very just, it's bright, it's colorful for the most part. You know, it's upbeat.
Okay,
sorta.
I can get that.
Yeah.
They don't like storylines a lot of times, do they?
No, I mean, there is storyline in a lot of that stuff, but, you know.
But another one that was great from the 80s, Lady Hawk. Lady Hawk is a very underrated movie, and it was wonderful.
You want to know an underrated movie? Willow.
Well,
Willow was so good.
It was. It is a good movie. Legend was amazing. Mm-hmm. You had Tim Curry that was playing the demonic, whatever it was. But it was just an amazing movie. We need to go back. Movie suggestions for this weekend.
Yeah.
Because we do have the full moon coming up on Sunday. A Dragon Slayer, I'm sure I probably saw that at some point. Not sure whether I did or not.
I don't think I've ever heard of that movie.
Return to Oz.
Oh, is it Return the Slab?
No, Return to Oz. That came out in the 80s. And Razor Fist was talking about this on X a week or so ago. It is a very underrated movie. And it's supposedly very true to the book.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a nightmarish type dealio, but that's how the book was. So it was more accurate to the book, either to the second book or something like that, than the first movie was.
Yeah. And it's like you had the little pumpkin-headed dude, and I liked him. I loved him. But you had, was it a queen that she could change heads?
Yeah, it was some sort of queen or whatever, and she somehow got control over Oz or something like that. And she was actually going to take Dorothy's head as well.
And add to the collection.
Yeah. She was like, your head would be just nice. Just perfect.
Yeah.
It's and in that section, like literally, it was like these glass cases with all these heads.
And that one part where they all started screaming.
Yeah, and she ran out. Shit, it was a freaky movie, but it was awesome.
Well,
the Wheelers.
Yeah, I'll have to remember as far as how it was in that particular thing. But a lot of this stuff, when you compare it to other things, especially things like The Wizard of Oz, that's where people get confused. They're like, wait, this isn't like I remember. No, it was like the book.
Yeah.
That happens a lot with a lot of things.
I would like someone to actually make a Wizard of Oz movie that was accurate to the first book. Like completely accurate to the first book, like how Return to Oz was accurate to the book.
Right. And they mentioned also Time Bandits. It seems to me like I was a little disappointed. Some of these things I need to go back and rewatch. I really do. One that is good, Witches of Eastwick. God,
I don't even know what that movie is.
That I think you've watched that with me before, and maybe not because some of the context and everything, but Jack Nicholson plays the devil in it. And it's just, it is classic. The music in that was wonderful. But that one's a good one. Black Cauldron from Disney. I don't remember watching that one. I think it was animated.
I don't recall that movie.
Labyrinth, of course.
Yeah.
We watch that one frequently. We really do. The Never Ending Story.
Yes.
Everybody who was young during the 80s and those who were not, it was just, yeah.
If you did not grow up on that movie, if you did not watch that movie or raise your kids on that movie, uncultured.
Yeah.
You're uncultured.
Great. Conan. God, Conan was just amazing.
I don't think I watched Conan.
You need to watch the original Conan. You really do.
Okay.
What is best in life? And it does have Willow on here.
Willow!
There's one that's called Conquest. I don't remember that one. They have Troll mentioned. I think I watched that one. Highlander. There can be only one. And they have redone Highlander lots, but on one of these, on a lot of things, I like the original. Some things they can do a remake and make it better, but not usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the remakes don't usually go out that well.
Yeah. No. And especially the remakes that have been done over the past, 5-10 years.
We're looking at you, Disney. You're a prime example.
Oh, yeah. Disney has just ruined so many things. Mm-hmm. Who goes out and says, yes, I want to totally bankrupt our company by shitting on our consumers?
Yeah.
Who does that?
I'm going to go out and ruin this absolute classic that everybody enjoys.
Right. And then one of the ones that primarily ruined it then wants to complain. Mm-hmm. And claim victim. And I'm like, no, you shat before you ate.
She ain't no fucking victim.
No. Something from 1981, and I still love this. I have hard copy of this. The movie Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
The soundtrack was awesome.
That was a good movie.
The artwork was awesome, and it was based on the, I don't want to say comic book, because a lot of people think comic book, and they do not give artists of that genre enough credit. But Heavy Metal featured different artists of that style, and just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It's not for kids. Not everything that's animated is for children. Exactly. Never was.
Right.
But it's just an awesome
adults
movie.
Like cartoons too.
Yeah. It's animated. There have been a lot of animated movies that were not for kids at all, and it's just like, the Hollywood Horror Museum over on X. I love those folks. I do. And they were talking about the movie Wizards, which was another one that was animated. Definitely not for kids, but would go along well with the movie Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
So, Sword and the Sorcerer, that one was good. I don't know what that one is. Paper House, I don't know about that one. Gremlins. Oh my God.
Is that dark fantasy?
According to Google. According to Google.
Well, if they're considering Gremlins dark fantasy, then Little Shop of Horrors would be right in there.
And it's like I said, some of this, and they're talking about Beetlejuice. I don't consider that dark fantasy. I consider that in the horror genre.
Yeah. Yeah, that's more in the spooky genre. That's not dark fantasy.
I don't think that it is either, but
Beetlejuice
who
2
knows?
had a bunch of half-baked plots in it.
Yeah. So that was some of the ones that they had from the 80s, and I was looking through here, and they did have a 90s section, and I clicked it, and then it did something weird. It did something totally weird. Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when computers do that?
Yeah.
Some of the other ones that they were discussing on here, well, they got as far as the, my God, what have I done? What have I done?
What have you done?
I didn't do it. It was actually the computer that did it.
Oh, no.
They're talking about the Brothers Grimm on some of the more recent movies. I don't know that I saw that one.
I don't think that I've seen
They've
that
got
one
The
either.
Crow on here, and I'm like, that's not dark. Well, maybe it can be.
Yeah.
But no, they're talking about as far as this bullshit 2024. Hell no. No. You do not replace Brandon Lee with anyone.
No, you don't.
There are certain movies, leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because I was aware of, when they were making that movie, I was very excited about it because Bruce Lee's kid. Those of us that love Bruce Lee. And for the tragedy that occurred during the filming of that movie, and it was just like, it was
like, holy
horrific.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And for somebody, and I know there's been remakes and all that stuff, but it's like, no, there is only one.
There's only one. Yeah. It's like, don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it.
Coffee slurp. I don't understand, and they've got some as far as Reign of Fire. I did watch that, and that was good. They've got Army of Darkness on here. That is horror. That's horror.
Well, I can see how it has like dark fantasy elements to it, but yeah, it's mainly a horror.
Yeah, I had watched something the other day about, I think it had been the Hollywood Horror Museum again, about the lore of the house that it was there where it was made, which was in Tennessee.
No.
Which was way too close to our
It's way
area.
too close to home.
That there was somebody that had, as a kid, I think that the mother and grandmother had passed away on the same night, and the child had wandered off to a neighboring house, which neighboring around here could be miles.
Yeah.
And she was traumatized. And so the family that she went to had taken her in and raised her, but ever so often she would go into, honestly, like a fugue state and go wandering and end up at that house.
Shit.
And so they had said that even though she was older, that she had gone missing. There should really, as far as a tracking chip or something like that for people, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
It's really not. They do it with pets. You should be able to do it with people's.
Yeah.
And so they were warning the people while they were filming, hey, if you see her in the woods.
And so they saw her in the woods?
No, they never found her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that sort of, it makes you appreciate the movie a little bit more when you find out that there's weirdness that has happened with that. They've got on here one of my favorites of all time, The 13th Warrior.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would put that under just, well, it's got dark fantasy adventure. Mm-hmm. So some of their categories, it's like, who has done this? Who has done this? Now, one of the ones from more recent times, Van Helsing. I liked that movie. I liked it a lot. I liked Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
Oh, God.
It is so fun, so campy. But that's what you want with some of these. People want movies that have happy endings.
Yeah.
We need that.
Mm-hmm. We need hope.
Yes. Yes. So, as far as the Mummy movies, some of those were good. Mm-hmm. Seems like I did watch I, Frankenstein and liked it, but I will have to. It has not gotten into my personal, as far as things that I will watch over and over and over.
Right.
There's not been many like that has grabbed me in that same way for years. Yeah. And maybe it's just, this point in life.
I don't know about.
They mentioned Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch. Now that's
very steampunk.
Yeah, but it definitely can go into dark fantasy, and that is like visual. It is like a visual comic book in a lot of ways, and it's so fucking good. And
I need to go back and rewatch that one because I think I just watched it once.
Watch the director's cut of it.
Okay. I know I had gotten you a copy of it. Is it still?
Oh, that's been worn out years ago.
So just fun stuff over the weekend because shit, who knows? And they've got Underworld. I can watch the Underworld series anytime.
That's dark fantasy. That's really good. The Underworld series is really good.
The fashion, God, it was just awesome. Awesome stuff. Just things to enjoy.
Yeah.
We need something to fall back on. And that was back when movies were good. And you may have, if you have your own personal dark fantasy movie, please put that in the comment section because it may be something that we've heard of, maybe something that we have not heard of. And this was just what came up on a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody needs to just rest their brain and their spirit for a minute.
They do.
Go back and watch the original Sinbad from years ago that had the claymation and stuff, or the stop motion skeletons. Phenomenal.
Heck yeah. When you said Sinbad, I thought about that little YouTube cartoon thing that was popular there for a bit. And that Sinbad was like this wrestler character looking thing.
Oh, God, no. They had some really good fantasy movies back in the day. They had the Sinbad movies, Clash of the Titans. Mm-hmm. I mean, to explain as far as, do they even teach those things anymore as far as the Roman myths and the Greek myths and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is the reason as far as even astrology.
I haven't been in
If
school.
you understand the mythology, that you understand as far as the planets, how they got named, what they got named.
Right.
And what they do. They want people to be dumbed down and just to not know anything.
Right. Mm-hmm. I have not been in school since 2017.
I study and learn every day.
Huh?
I study and learn and edify myself daily.
You asked if they do they teach Roman and Greek mythology anymore, and it's like, I don't know.
I tried to teach you these things for years. I have.
You asked if they still taught that.
Well, I understand you've been out of the public school for a long time.
I understand you. Shit now. I know I'm not fucking crazy here.
Oh. edify yourself. If you want to go back and
Maybe I am.
hone up your skills on some of these things, it's great. But those movies, like the Clash of the Titans and stuff, they were great for teaching Greek mythology. Hell, the series Xena taught that stuff, and
That's dark
Hercules.
fantasy.
Yes.
Hercules, I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I loved Xena.
I don't know if Hercules is considered dark fantasy or not.
Yeah, it was.
It is.
Yeah. And just cool stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, because what they have been producing for years, other than Stranger Things was one of those rare gems.
Yeah.
But it's like when the season, and we did the Netflix binge thing for weekends for a while, and then after we had all seen it again, no, got rid of it. Because Netflix is ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why would I pay for something to sit there and just stupid shit? No.
No joke, the last, other than Megan, and these are not dark fantasy movies, these are horror. Well, Megan isn't even horror.
Megan was good.
Because it's not scary. Megan's not scary. The only movie that I can think of, and it's on Tubi right now, that I saw the trailer of it, and I'm like, I want to go see that. I want to go see that. That looks interesting. I want to go see that. Was Hereditary. And then I went to see it, and I'm like, I literally walked out the movie theater with that, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I think you were a little too young to.
Oh, no.
Were you not?
No.
Abigail.
I think I was an adult, and I'm like, what the hell did I just watch?
Abigail. I watched that recently. It was really good. It was. I liked it a lot. They're coming out with a new Megan movie soon.
Yeah. She gets an upgrade, and she has to beat the fuck out of this other robot thing.
Not every movie has to be life altering. It's just for enjoyment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you want it to be done well. Not some of this. I don't want somebody else's ideology while I'm just trying to watch a damn movie.
Right.
But now, like I said, Abigail, it was worth watching. So if you can find it, I think it was on Amazon. I guess we got Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
But as far as all this other shit, charging me monies and stuff like that, no. No. That's the reason, even as far as the annoying ass YouTube ads, which have gotten fucking ridiculous. At a minute in, they start with some of the ad rolls.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no.
It's like, I've no joke, I've had it where, like, you just start the video, and it plays an ad before the actual video plays, and then you get done with those ads, and then it immediately goes to another set of ads, and it's like, it hasn't even been a minute, and you're giving me more ads to watch?
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. This is why we have DVDs.
Yeah.
We do. We have DVDs.
There is no reason to have 5 ads in front of a 1-minute video.
Yeah, no. But go and watch Willow or something fabulous, the Conan.
Willow.
You had Red Sonja. I liked Red Sonja. The second Conan movie was good too.
I haven't seen those, so like.
Yeah, we could do
I'll have to watch
Barbarian
them.
Weekend.
Yeah, we could.
Good stuff. So, you want to tell the people where we can be found?
Yeah, you can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS.
Yeah, just like I said, joy is an essential part of life. If you don't have joy and things like that, what do you have?
Right. People need joy.
Carve it out. Carve
the joy out?
Out of the stuff, carve it out of the rock. Carve yourself a niche, some time to do something different. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody has the same 24 hours. It's what they choose to put into that 24 hours. Know that you are loved treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.